Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
today. As usual, we speak about social commerce, e-commerce, and social every Wednesday and Friday. This is Sarah with me, and I'm Hanis. If you have been following us, that's great. If you haven't, please do follow us on the Antas Solutions Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel for all the tips that you need. So today we will actually be speaking about how to prepare yourself for social commerce in the year to come. It is a bit noisy because my neighbor is making some renovations, massive renovations. So you might be able to hear all the drilling, and it goes on and on and on until 5. So I digress. If you're thinking about how important social commerce is, and if you think that you're too small to embark into it, I think you should like just throw that concept out of the window, because no matter what size business you're in, social commerce is still relevant for you. So one of the most fundamental qualities of social media is its ability to connect with target customers. Research actually indicates that 72% of millennials say that they engage with brands on social networks, and then over time they become more loyal to the brand. And the holiday season is coming, so more people are trying to support local businesses as much as they can, of course. And this trend is even more common on social media since the outbreak of the pandemic. So yeah, so Sarah, I know you've got really good tips to share to our audience today, and I'll just take it away.
Thank you for the introduction, Hanis. And for you guys who are joining us today, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how can I start my social media plan next year? You want to step in the right direction. You want to kickstart it great. Now let's look at some pointers so you can strategize your plan better and to get the most out of social media. Because if you have started your business and you have been selling on social media, but you think you're not getting the results, then it's time to assess. And what a better time than now? Number one, the first thing that we need to do in almost everything is we need to set realistic business goals. We need to set your goals. You need to set your goals. What exactly do you want out of social media? Do you even need it? And if you want to create it, for what is your purpose? What is your goal? And there is a lot of different goals to have a social media. For example, one is you would want to increase brand awareness. One is, if you want to increase brand awareness, then you could focus more on content, on storytelling, on connecting with your viewers, with your customers. Or is your goal to generate more sales and leads? If you want to generate more sales and leads, then you'll be focusing on pushing your products, pushing your product launches, talking about your products more, your promotions, and that's what you would be creating your social media content based on. Next is, do you want to grow your brand's audience? So do you want to grow more audience and build a community? That means you will want to look at increasing your followers or increasing members of your Facebook group. You want to increase your community. And these are all different business goals, and you would have to know why. And another thing is, maybe your number one goal of creating a social media plan is, your goal is you want to drive traffic to your website. You want people to purchase off your website, not from the social media itself, for whatever reasons that you have. Then you would have to make it that people would click on your link in bio, click on your post that would lead to the products on your website. So number one most important thing is set your business goal. Set it realistic also, based on last year's performance, based on what you are launching next year and what are you promoting. And yes, set your intention and your goal. So number two, do your research on your target audience. So a huge mistake that we all do, and I do this too, is that we assume. So we just simply assume. Remember when we did the live talking about split test on Facebook? and I said, oh, this poster would do much well because it's more chanting and it's brighter and such. And when we did the test, I was proven wrong. And it turned out that our viewers preferred the other poster. So what does this mean? This means you need to constantly research on your target audience. Not all of them would be on the same social media site. For instance, the older generation would be on Facebook. The younger generations would be on Instagram and TikTok. So who are your target audience? And for instance, if you are selling men's grooming products, then maybe you don't need a Pinterest account because on Pinterest they're mostly females out there. So if you're selling a if you're selling products related to women, then maybe you should be on Pinterest. So look at your target audience and remember to do research. Check out the tools that you can use to analyze. And also, we Antas Solutions, we also sell data customer Voyager consumer intelligence, which has real life data of real humans in Asia that um, you can dig in and look at which are the demographics that fit your target audience, and then you could research more about their interest and their behavior. So that's one of the tools that you can do. Number 3 is establish your most important metrics and KPIs. So again, relating to your number 1 business goals, this is how you define whether whatever campaign that you are running is actually working. What is your KPI? For example, one is reach, clicks, engagement, hashtag performance, or organic and paid likes. These are all different metrics. So as we discussed again earlier, your business goals. If your business goals is to get more sales, is to convert more sales and get more leads, get more sales on your website, then your KPI would be clicks. Your KPI would be how many people clicked on your ads, on your link, on your Instagram ads, Facebook ads that leads to your product page on your website. Or if you wanted to create more brand awareness, then you should be looking at the reach. How many people were reached through this post? What type of post generated the most reach? That means how many people viewed it, since your goal is brand awareness, right? Next, engagement. So your goal is you want to build a community and you want to build a strong relationship. Then your KPI and your metrics would be engagement. How many people shared the post? How many people saved the post on Instagram if you're using Instagram? How many people commented on it? How many people talked about it? So this would be engagement. Next is also another KPI is hashtag performance. When you are creating your social media content plan and you have different campaigns and you have different type of content that you want to run and you want to test it, you can use hashtags. So using these hashtags also, you could trace how many people are following this hashtag, how many people clicked on it, how many people are interacting with it and contributing to the hashtag. For instance, if you're creating a competition and then there's a hashtag related to it, so how many people actually participated. Step number 4, create engaging social content. We talked about this a lot of time. You are not just selling a product, you are selling your brand. You are selling your brand, not just a product. Everyone is selling a product, but what differentiates you? This is when you need to tie your product photos, you need to tie your post with your branding values. So your brand values, your brand identity, what is it? For example, you're selling granolas. But what differentiates your granola and a competitor's granola? For example, here in Malaysia, a Singaporean granola brand, Amazing Grace, is really popular. I eat it too. And if you look at Amazing Grace website, you can see that their style is fun. That's their brand identity. The brand identity is fun and active because they always collaborate with with fitness activities and fitness products. They tie it to their product. So when you tie your product with your brand identity, with your branding, people would remember your brand instead of just remembering the product. So if you keep posting, 10 pictures of granola, and your customers would remember that, they would remember granola. But would they remember honey's granola? No. They would when they want to eat it, they will go and they would search hashtag granola, but not honey's granola or Sarah's granola, because it's not tied to your branding. So just reminding you again that you need, which is why you need to be clear on your branding. What is your identity? What is your values? And when you post that product photo, it has to tie to your branding. So not just another product photos. Okay, you're not just selling products, you are selling your branding. So create engaging social media content. We covered this before. A lot of tips and tricks out there on what type of content you can create, so I won't explain that now, but just remember branding. Number 5, maintain a timely social presence. Now, do you know that 92% of users expect a brand to reply their social media message within 4 hours? I'm probably the 1% that expects them to answer in 1 hour. Because sometimes you are going to that shop. This always happens to me. I'm going to that shop and I WhatsApp them, are you there? Is your shop open? Do you have this, so I do not waste my time? Or I have a specific product that I want to buy. So maintain a timely social presence. It means a lot of things. It means a lot of things. Number 1 is you need to reply to your users' comments and messages as soon as you can. No matter if you are a staff of 1 or if you're a staff of 100, you can take turns. Or if you are one person, then you can write there in your description, in bio, we will reply your messages from 1 till 3, for example. Message us between this time, or we will reply to you at 5 o'clock every day, so your customers know when to expect a reply from you. And if you do have a team, or you receive a lot of inquiries in a day, then you would want to consider chatbots to automate the replies. Another meaning of having a timely social presence is being relevant, coming up with content that is related to current situations, current topics. This also ties again with your company's values. If you are a company that is kind and sensitive towards other people's views, then maybe you wouldn't be touching about politics, about the current situation that's happening in the world or in the country. But you could talk about, for example, if it's Earth Day that day, then your post could tie to that, especially for events that are related to you directly or indirectly. You can always time it and be timely. So be timely, be relevant, and answer your users' questions on time as soon as possible. And last but certainly not least, always assess and improve. So when you conduct your social media strategy and you have a plan and you follow through it, you will always have to assess, because as much as we plan, we can't exactly know entirely what is the results. So always assess, see what post is getting more engagement, what do people actually like. Or when I post, for example, behind the scenes of how I make this product, and that seems to get a lot of views and people engaging with it, then you should create that more. And you thought that your customers would like you to show different colors of your products, but then whenever you show those type of photos or that type of content, it's getting less engagement. Then through assessing that, you realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this type of content. This is not what my users want. So based on that, always assess whatever that you're doing every every week, or looking at your metrics, however you measure it, and then improve as you go.
Okay, so Sarah has said the basic steps for you to prepare yourselves. And now we want to show you some samples so that, in case this is like, you feel like it's like over your head, you don't really know how to apply what we've been saying for the past 15 minutes. These are some of the samples that I want to share with you. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, so actually you would have seen, because social commerce basically wants to make the purchase process as easy as possible within social media channels, right? They don't want to make the journey difficult for the customers and that, they drop off halfway. So you can see the evolution of how social media channels have evolved even. It started off with just chats and photos, and over time video came into play, and now actually video is the number one media type of posts that are widely accepted by both generations, the young and the older generation. So video is the way to go, and social commerce is basically really about talking to your audience live, and also trying to engage with them live, and of course converting those sessions into sales, right? So then the next thing I wanted to show you was some samples of this local company. They make beautiful jewelry, Wanderlust and Co. And I actually stumbled upon this because of word of mouth. Sarah actually went shopping for her jewelry, and she talked about Wanderlust, and I was actually quite curious about what they had. And they do have really, really nice jewelry pieces, very minimalist, very modern, right? So when you go to their website, you can see that it's very clear what kind of branding they want to project. So their value proposition is that their unique fashion lifestyle positioning. They have a very strong visual identity. They have a versatile product that fits both, fancy events and casual events, right? Informal events. And they are also present on 3 social media channels: Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. Even though Pinterest might not be as popular in Asia, I guess they want to also penetrate beyond Asia. So that's where the Americas and the European markets are, right? So you look at their website. Now, of course, it's all holiday season, and you'll be able to see that they have the story, they have the shop, they have what is on sale, and then they will bring you to at the bottom. You'll be able to see where they are on social media. So sometimes you are not able to update your website as often as your social media channels. What they've done really smartly, I'm going to show you, is actually okay. This is their Instagram channel, right? You can see that they have 280,000 followers. They have actually used their story highlights in a very clear manner. So they've got their bags, they've got their zodiac themed jewelry, they've got their book themed jewelry, gives tarot card themed jewelry, and all that. And then you'll be able to see that when you click on this link in their bio, it will actually bring you back to their website. So it's very streamlined. And I guess that's how they can control their inventory in a very easy manner, rather than have two separate inventories for the different media sales channels that they have. So very clever. They actually created a separate page on their website dedicated to what is actually on the Instagram post. So you don't get lost. Whenever you go, whatever you see on the Instagram channel and you like, you'll be able to find immediately on this page. It's a duplicate, as you can see, I think that is super clever. And then this is their Facebook page. So not as many followers as their Instagram. So I guess their buyers are mostly on Instagram, which leads them back to their website, right? But the main thing is the branding, like what Sarah has been saying. The way that they communicate to their audience is like, they are very whimsical, they're young, and they are on the ball. What's happening? Their sales. There's a holiday alert. Holiday giveaways and things like that. And they also have a Facebook shop. So this is not integrated to their Facebook directly, but so they have this shop here where you can shop directly from their Facebook shop. Okay, so importance is, I wanted to re-emphasize what Sarah has said, is to connect with your audience, not just sell products, and creativity matters, right? And they've done this nicely. They've mixed product images along with their branding assets. So they have cute pictures of animals. They have nice pictures of human beings wearing their models wearing their products. They have their storytelling. If you go to their Instagram page, you'll be able to see them talk to you like they're human beings, and they're constantly keeping their content fresh. Okay, so but of course they want a CTA. They don't just blindly put up posts thinking, oh, cute, and then you forget about them. So they actually have a CTA to make you want to shop. So they have this thing 30% off with when you use the code, and then you go back to their shop. Okay. Another brand that is also I wanted to highlight is this is a simpler one. Okay. Well, jewelry by Kin, and they have also Instagram. They have very good highlights as well, followed also by Sarah. And then what they do is they have a mixture of product images and model images again. And they have integrated their social media channel, their Instagram channel, onto their website. Okay, but you are not able to buy. It's just more like a repost kind of thing. So whatever that's on Instagram is reposted on their website. Okay, so that's the difference between the two brands, and I think you should be able to see which one will actually convert customers easier, right? So use multiple platforms if possible. Instagram shops, localized shopping, Pinterest product tagging, or whatever channels that you're using, you can always do that. And then drive sales through branding actions, right? And things that we want to highlight before we wrap up is try to focus on more popular, lower cost products, because customers, they don't want to think too much when they're shopping on social media channels. So have your low lying fruit for them to make the decisions much easier. Another thing would be to create a customized social shopping experience on Facebook if possible. So you integrate all your channels. If you're not on Facebook, then Instagram, right? Develop a visual social storefront using Instagram, right? And then experiment with chatbots. That's what Sarah has also mentioned again just now. Using chatbots to answer the easy or more frequently asked questions from your audience. So you don't have to have them guessing what time your store opens, which products are now on sale, which products are on offer, how do they, what are the delivery charges, what are the shipping methods, cost, and return policies, right? And then partner with micro influencers if possible to boost credibility. Work with somebody who is on par with you so that you can cross sell to each other's audience. And then customer service experience, something that a lot of brands overlook. The importance of um,
Customer
replying
service.
to replying to your customers' inquiries, replying to their complaints. This is something that you should take pretty seriously, and you can actually integrate all this because there are so many channels that you are having to monitor, right? Zendesk is what we have. You can actually use Zendesk to monitor all the customers' communication channels into one platform so that you don't lose and miss out on certain problems that they might have brought up, and then they don't have to bring it up again and again and again, making them frustrated. That's the easiest way to lose your customers. So yeah, that is what we wanted to share today. Hopefully this will actually help you with your strategies next year.
Yes,
Okay.
and to further help you, we also have a 30-day content challenge guide
Mm.
where you don't have to think about what do I need to post, and you just need to follow the guide. So I'll include it in the description box in this
Mhm.
YouTube video, and also we'll include it in the comments on Facebook if you're watching this on Facebook. So very simple. Just click on it and sign up, and we will send you the guide.
Yes, we've got guides, a lot of guides coming along. We're actually working on them. We hope to actually push them all out by early next year, so you'll be able to already start using them for your business. So do check out antasolutions.com. If you have not subscribed to our newsletter, please do so. And if you have not followed our Antas Solutions Facebook page, please do so, and also our YouTube page. We will actually be reducing our live chats with you guys from twice a week to once a week. So it's either Wednesday or Friday. We're starting January onwards. We're going to take a 2-week break. So hopefully you guys will be enjoying your holidays as well.
And that is
So
all that we have for today.
yes, and do keep in touch with us no matter what, even though we're not live, leave your comments, leave your chats, leave your messages. We'll come back and chat with you when we come back.
And
Thank
we'll see you
you.
next year.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.